Today I'm going to make myself some coffee liqueur. I've got actually going to make almost 2 gallons this time because I'm going to try 4 different types of alcohol. I'm going to try spiced rum, silver rum, vodka, and silver tequila. I'm also going to do it with the cup of honey versus using the cup of simple syrup. I have a cup of Mexicali, a coffee grounds that are ready to go into the jar, and I have my four or vanilla beans ready to go. And that's all the more that there is to it. It's just 4 simple ingredients. Jar it up in my case, I use half-gallon mason jars, and I let them sit for anywhere from 30 days to 3 months. Last time I let it sit for 18 months, and it had mellowed out a little, but overall, I don't think it added any additional flavor. Somewhere between the 30 days to 3 months is what I found is all the more it takes to get all the coffee flavoring out and the vanilla flavoring out. After that, all it's doing is helping it mellow out some of the sharpness of it. So, and well, I guess I was going to show part of it, how I remembered or what I was doing is I was looking at my videos that I had made 4 years ago. And that's where I remembered that I had started actually doing coffee liqueur for a while using honey versus simple syrup. So I think I'm going to try that again, and I may end up getting another 4 bottles of alcohol and do a 4 more bottles that are simple syrup, and then have these 4 bottles that are honey, and try out to see actually what the flavor difference is between using honey instead of regular sugar. So we'll see how this turns out. The first step I usually do is I put my coffee grounds into the jar and I put my vanilla bean. I'm not sure if you can see it now that it's inside of the jar, but one of the things I do is I split the vanilla bean so that the insides of the vanilla bean will be definitely exposed to the alcohol and more of the vanilla flavor can be pulled out as it sits and steeps in the alcohol over the next 30 days to 3 months. Next, I will put in some of the alcohol until I get up to a 2 cup mark on the side of the jar. If you notice on these jars, I don't know how well it can be seen over the video, there are little markers for every cup all the way up to 8 cups at the very top. So I can easily figure out how much I'm adding in and what I'm working with. And in the case of honey, it's easier for me to fill up to about the 2 cup mark and then add my honey in until I hit the 3 cup mark. And then I know I have a cup of honey in each of these jars. All right, so now I have all 3 jars so that they have a cup of honey added into them. I did have to use some water or hot water back here to get some of my honey to solidify, make it easier to come out. But even the crystallized honey seems to work just fine in this because it all dissolves in the end. So now I will fill all the jars up to where they're at their 8 cup point, and so that they're ready to fill and let sit on the shelf for or somewhere between 30 days and 3 months. Most likely it's going to be closer to the 30 days just because as I've already finished off all the coffee liqueur that I had right now. So that will be the goal on this, and I can try it then and see where if it needs longer or what I need to do with it. All right, so I have finished getting all the bottles topped off with the alcohol in them. So now the jars are basically and they've been shaken. So at this point, I have put information on top of it so I know which one was the spiced rum, which one was the silver rum, which one was vodka, and which one was tequila, along with the date. I'm going to have to come back and redo the spiced rum because the lid had a little bit of moisture on it and did not want to write on it. But at least I got the spice is on there, and hopefully I should be able to figure it out from there. As long as I keep these 4 jars together, they should be good. The next step is that I will have to come down here and shake these once a day, make sure that all the sugars and the coffee is well incorporated, as that'll help bring out all the flavor and should help with them getting done in 30 days. But that's all the more there is to me making my coffee liqueurs. Or at least getting them started, and then from there I will just keep shaking them, and hopefully I'll have something to drink in 30 days, and we'll see from there. It may end up now that I think about it, it. I may end up having to go get some more alcohol so I can try it with both simple syrup and the honey and see what I think of the two differences in them. But that'll be for another video.